Hey everyone, this is Prime, and today's episode is all about us fans and where we go to get our nerd on, as they say. At movie theaters when the big blockbuster movie comes out, and what we get sometimes if they offer it at movie theaters, and also at different live events that we go to. For an example, Marvel Universe Live. I'm going to be talking a bit about that, and also different Comicons. So let's do this. So guys, let's talk about seeing our favorite movies in the movie theaters. I just want to talk a bit about it because one of the reasons that I fell in love with a lot of these characters, it's not the only reason, but it's part of the reason, is the whole movie theater experience. A lot of people don't go to the theaters as much as they used to because they got Disney Plus, we got Netflix, we got Amazon Prime, we got all that, and especially when it's like direct to streaming TV series or a movie, you kind of lose the movie theater experience. And then sometimes when you're at the movie theater, you can get collectibles that you can display. I just really want to talk about that, and I really would love to see, the movie theater experience come back. And I just love the experience of seeing the movie on the big screen, like big screen, the biggest screen to have at your house. I mean, unless you have a projector on the wall, the biggest is maybe 100 inches. If that, usually 70 or less. I know I don't have that big of a TV, but some people do, I guess, that they got lots of money, right? But anyway, so today I just want to talk a bit about some of my experiences. I'm excited to see more movies going back into the theaters and less on streaming. Streaming is good, but it loses the movie theater experience. And I also want to talk about some of the collectibles I got. From my experience, the first movie I saw in theaters was the original Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire back in 2002. Growing up, I didn't really get a chance to go to a lot of movies in theaters. Before Spider-Man, the first movie I actually saw was in grade 4, and it was a school trip, and it was The Secret Garden. It's not on the same caliber as Spider-Man, but and I quite enjoyed it. I mean, when I was there, I was on the right-hand side near the front, so I'm like, my neck was like, I think I got a cramp when I first watched it there, but it was on opening night and everybody's so excited. The very first Spider-Man movie since like maybe the 70s. Maybe that was a TV series. But yeah, so I was pretty excited about that. And then I remember in college, the city I lived in, we had actually 3 movie theaters at the time. One big one and 2 small ones. And back then, if you watched a movie during the day, it was like $4. About the same price of renting a movie back then, or cheaper. And so sometimes I was in college, and if I had like a big headache or whatever, I would go to the movie theaters in between classes or whatever. Not all the time, just like if I had a class in the morning and then a class in the evening. It's so much fun to watch movies for a good price, and you get to see almost everything, right? Good times in college. A couple other experiences that comes to mind that I remember. Back when Man of Steel came out, we went there with one of my friends who was his birthday, and we're all big Superman fans. So we all went with our Superman shirts on, and oh man, it was great. Seeing Superman back on the big screen, it was awesome. One of my jobs I worked at was an IT firm, and we partnered with Lenovo computers. And when Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, first came out, the company and Lenovo rented out one of the screens for it, and we got to see Episode 7 So I got to see a lot of different movie franchises in the theaters, and I'm just gonna go over some of the toppers I got. I do have some of the mugs, but they're not really that good a shape because I actually do drink out of them, and good times. But some of the franchises that I got to see in theaters that actually had some sort of toppers or a keychain or a mug was the DCEU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Hunger Games, Star Wars, Transformers. Oh, great. So, yeah, so let's get into these toppers I want to show you. So the first toppers that I got in this video that I'm showing were from the Transformers movies. I believe the original one from the Michael Bay movies. In the fandom, there's some Transformer fans that don't like the Michael Bay movies and are only G1, and some are only Michael Bay movie fans and hate the G1. I like them all.
Like us, there's more to them than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here.
I do prefer the G1 and Beast Wars, but I treat the movies as an alternate universe, so there's less disappointment, I guess. But remember when the first Transformers movies came out, it was amazing just to see them transform in real life. When I believe it was Blackout, the helicopter that first transformed in the movie, but seeing for the first time a Transformer transform and live action, oh, it just gave you the chills. And you know, seeing Optimus Prime, and oh, just loved it. So the next franchise I want to talk about that I got toppers from watching them in the theaters was from the DCEU, from the movie Batman v Superman. I don't have Batman, unfortunately, and Wonder Woman.
Is she with you?
I thought she was with you.
I quite enjoyed the movie. I know there was people that didn't like the movie. They thought it was too dark, or it was controversial, or whatever with the whole Martha. But I quite enjoyed it just because seeing, you know, Batman and Superman on screen, and I actually didn't mind Ben Affleck as Batman. I was kind of disappointed that they didn't go ahead with the Batman movie with Ben Affleck instead of the one we got now. I thought it would have been great to see him have his own solo movie instead of just being, you know, with Superman or with Justice League. I thought it would have been good. I would have liked to see more backstory. I wasn't too impressed with the latest Batman movie just because I really hated what they did with the Riddler. They didn't make him look like the Riddler. It was just some serial killer that used riddles, pretty much on a darker tone. But yeah, that's my opinion anyway. And I did quite enjoy like the DCU movies. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the new DCU movies and see how they use some actors from the DCU and then some are different, and see how they connect it all or start fresh.
So what do you think? Does it come in black?
The next franchise that I quite enjoyed watching for many times was Marvel Cinematic Universe. And one thing that I thought they did really well in the first three phases, why it was so popular, it was the movie theater experience. And since they went to Disney Plus, you kind of lost that because they released a lot of content. And I haven't even watched all of the MCU shows. I'm in the process. It's just not as exciting as it once was in theaters because of the whole movie theater experience. I know that COVID had its turn in with that chapter, but I think, you know, bringing more movies back into theater and less on streaming would be good financially for the company, as well as exciting for the fans. And just the fact just to get out of your house and just get away. Especially like myself, I work from home a lot. So, I mean, I'm not really getting out to watch Disney Plus for the latest shows, but the theaters, I do. Anyway, from the Avengers movies, I had Iron Man and Thor, two of the founding Avengers, and I really enjoyed their movies, as well as many other people, with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth playing those two roles.
This is beyond you, Metal Man. Loki will face Asgardian justice.
He gives up the cube, he's all yours. Until then, stay out of the way. Tourist.
Speaking of Thor Ragnarok. I think it's the only Thor movie or any Marvel movie that Thor had two swords. And I believe it was Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Thor Ragnarok. Yeah. They had the Hulk in there and the end of Asgard and the Asgardians moving to Earth. And then also before that happens at the end of Ragnarok, that's when they meet up with Thanos. And I enjoyed that movie. It was more of a action comedy down the line of like Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes! I think they kind of rushed it with his father's death, but that's just me. And I always love the Stan Lee cameos, where in that movie Stan Lee cut Thor's hair. That scene was just hilarious.
Please, kind sir, do not cut my hair. No! No!
Oh, before I forget, there was two more toppers from the MCU I really wanted to talk about. And they're both from either the Avenger movies or from Thor. It could have been from the Incredible Hulk back in the day. I don't remember if they had those toppers back then. But the Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and the Incredible Hulk. And yeah, I quite like them.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
And staying with the MCU, going back to Captain America, the Winter Soldier, we have Black Widow and the Winter Soldier. That movie was so epic. I just loved it. But I don't know, it just was done really well. It was the same directors that did Endgame and the Infinity Wars. Directors, as to say, the Russo brothers. And I just thought they did an amazing job on it. And I can't wait till their next project. I heard a rumor online that they're supposed to be coming back for Avengers 5. So if that's true, I think they're going to get a lot of fans coming back, knowing it's the same director. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I'll be a Marvel fan forever. I don't like everything that happens. Like, I mean, in any franchise, right? There's some stuff that like, oh, that's stupid, right? But I've been a fan of Marvel since I was a kid. Same with DC. And then I became also a fan of Star Wars and Star Trek later on. Speaking of Star Wars, I'm trying to remember which movie I got these from. I think the Darth Vader one, I think I got from Rogue One. And C-3PO, I think I got from, I believe it was either The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. I think. Either way, they look great on the shelf, and I know that some of the movies weren't as popular as others. I mean, they're popular than some of the new shows out, Acolyte, but I still like the movies there. And then one other fandom that I did get a topper, but I don't have anymore. I used it as a keychain and it fell off. Was from the Hunger Games. I don't remember which Hunger Games it was, but it was basically a keychain with the Hunger Games symbol with the bird.
Tonight, turn your weapons to the Capitol.
And I haven't seen the prequel movie. To be honest, I don't really have a lot of interest in it. But actually, I'm the type of person that usually would rather just watch the movie than read the reviews. I know I have been the type of person to read the review, especially more lately because it's easy, you know, online, right? But I usually like movies that people rate as like horrible, but actually are good. It depends on the reviewer, right? So, yeah.
What is wrong with him?
Everyone has a different theory.
So the next type of event that I want to talk about is Marvel Universe Live. And when I was at the Marvel Universe, they were at one of these cities nearby at the time where I was living. And me and my good friend Skynet, we went to visit the event, and it was amazing. It was live theater production, but they put a lot of money into it. A very good quality. They had good acting, they had good special effects. There was jumps and loops and acrobatics, and oh, it was just really done really well. And when I was there, I bought a couple things. The first thing I didn't actually keep when we were moving from our old place to here. I was like, yeah, I don't know. It was a Spider-Man slushie holder. And I had a Spider-Man spoon. Yeah, it was okay. But the other thing I got, and I still have here, is the Iron Man. It looks like the Iron Man from the movies. And as you can see here, I'm not sure you can see with, yeah, right there, is the Marvel Universe Live. Yeah, I thought this looked really awesome, so I kept it. And actually, I keep it on my desk every day. I hold on to the Thor Mjolnir hammer, and I usually hang it off his hand there. So he's worthy. Anyway, I thought it looked really good, so I picked it up. Skynet and myself had a really good time at the event. One thing to know about the event itself, besides the live acrobatics and the fireworks and the acting and everything, at that point, it was going through what the MCU did. So basically up until Avengers. So it's not as big as it was now, like the MCU, right? And I actually looked on Facebook, and the Marvel Universe Live is actually still going on. And when I went, it was 2013, 2014, right? So that's pretty impressive. So I went to look on eBay, and the highest I could find for this guy was $39.99 US. No box, didn't come with anything it came with. Just like this. And the highest I could find in Great Britain pounds is £69.99, and it came with the original packaging, which was just basically a tag hanging from here and a little plastic. So the next part of this video, we're going to change focus and look at Comicons. Comicons are amazing. It's a time where people can get together and, you know, if they're big enough, have big celebrities there. There's artists, there's drawings, there's merchandise. And if you're at the big ones like San Diego Comic-Con, which sometime I want to go, someday. It's far away from where I live. They have announcements on new shows and movies, and it's just a really good time. And then sometimes people cosplay as well, which I have done. I have done cosplay as Fred Flintstone. And then also, I'm not sure if you've ever seen the show Corner Gas. It's a Canadian sitcom. I dressed up as one of the new recruits to their police because the person that was there that I met, she was one of the police officers there from the show. And so me and Skynet decided to, you know what, let's just cosplay as the new recruits.
Come on, I want to be stunned.
Oh, you're already there.
Okay, how about this? You pop the hood, I lick the car battery. If I can handle the charge, you stun me. Okay, pop the hood.
Pop the hood.
I can't.
And then last year I did a video on the Fan Expo in Toronto, which I'll talk about in a bit. I cosplayed as Juggernaut. So it was good. It was good. back to Niagara Comic-Con, myself and my friend Red Dog, we went to Niagara Falls Comic-Con and we got to see a lot of the cool things they had there, including a Jurassic Park Jeep, which is also at Fan Expo as well, and a lot of different other Comic-Cons. And I got some artist drawings there, and then also I got a Big Bang Theory mug glass, and unfortunately I feel like I need to take a moment of silence because it broke and I don't have it with me anymore. It's not a Bazinga if you follow Big Bang Theory, but the glass actually came in a set of 1 of 4, but when I bought it at Niagara Comic-Con, I bought it individually and it was on sale. Yeah, you can see it on the screen there. Big Bang Theory ran for 12 seasons. It's one of the most famous sitcom out there. Not a lot of shows beat 12 seasons for a sitcom, right? So it's awesome. And also, you know, being a geek like myself, I loved how they brought in all the guys who were like big fans of like Marvel and DC and Star Wars and stuff like that. So that was awesome.
Be worthy. You don't know his life.
No, there's only one logical explanation. Somewhere in the desert, we crossed into an alternate dimension.
If I were to buy the Big Bang Theory glass again, most cases I'd have to buy it in a pack of 4. And the cheapest I could find on eBay was $11.99 US. And the highest I could find in the pack of 4 was $49.99 US. Bazinga! No, it was $39.99 US. Excelsior! And now, Fan Expo. Fan Expo I've been to multiple years. We try to go every year. COVID threw a couple wrenches into the situation, and there was a couple years I didn't go because of COVID. Yeah, we've gone as just regular fans, no cosplay, to cosplaying. My friend Skynet's a huge cosplayer. He likes making his own costumes, and he's helped me with mine, especially for Juggernaut. He does a great job for being such a good friend and such a good at making cosplay costumes, right?
This is Prime
and Skynet
here at Fan Expo 2023.
Yeah! But one thing, like Niagara Comic Con or other Comic Cons, there's tons of vendors there, and they get tons of famous people there. And so when I'm there, I usually get either shirts for family members or for myself, or I usually get like drawings from pictures from different artists. They're kind of packed away right now, so I can't really show them to you without taking it all out and to figure out what to do with, because I don't really have a lot of space right now, or wall space, because of figures. But actually, if you look above, this picture right there is of giant Hulkbuster Iron Man and the Hulk fighting it out. I did show it on another video, and Sugarberry and myself was talking about the Antique Mall, and I got there the Hulkbuster and Iron Man. And one of the other things I wanted to talk about that I got there, besides artwork, was a glass, and this was the glass of the Flash. And this Flash glass was a special exclusive for Fan Expo back when the Flash was on TV on the CW. It lasted for 9 seasons, and it was part of the Arrowverse. And my favorite 2 shows from the Arrowverse was The Flash and Arrow. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Arrow glass. I really wanted it, but the lineup was too long. So I just stayed with The Flash.
Nice mask.
And as you can tell, it's a invention exclusive. So I'm not making this up. Well, guys, that's a wrap. I just wanted to talk about my fan experience and collectibles from different events. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. From one fan to another, Excelsior!